Dang, I think I messed it up completely, ladies and gents. I meant to say, on this following morning, is we recorded. And of course, we are recorded right now. If you guys hear some background noise, don't worry about it. That's just me working on the aircraft and everything else. Nothing to it. Far from that, I need to see what session or what week we are in for the podcast. So let me take a look real quick and we'll get the show started in a few minutes. I should have set everything up ahead of time. Let me do that right now. What's today? The 27th, if I'm not mistaken. So today. Oops. See, I hate doing that on the Samsung. Alright, we're on 94. Like I say, bear with me, I'm at work while we doing this podcast. You guys know exactly how I get down and things of that nature. We ain't gonna waste no time. 456 to 460, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. 23, 24, 25, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. All right. So let's get the party started. Put on a track real quick. And then we'll get started with this podcast. So stay tuned for that. And I think I got the right session going. Turn this up a little bit. And here we go. Alright. So good morning, ladies and gents. It's your boy Q Moore, also known as Chilla Q up here at rockproductions.com. Welcome to week 94 of the Business Minded Leaders Podcast with your host, yours truly. We are in sessions 456 through 460, if I'm not mistaken. Followed by week 94. Yeah, it's been 94 weeks since we've done the regular podcast and things, and shit. You already know how I get down. So excuse my language ahead of time if I do display some cursing off of this podcast. But apart from that, it's been 94 weeks throughout doing this thing, so it's truly been a blessing. And at the same time, it's really, great to be in this. We should actually be in week 100 for this podcast, but like I mentioned before, back up in March, I took some time off for social media, so I'm back and I'm catching back up on the podcast. But far from that, we're going to talk about the topics we had displayed for this week. So the topics that we had talked about for the 23rd to the 27th will be commenced. So I'm about to do like multitask to the 100 power and everything, but it's all good. Other than that though, let's start with the first topic, shall we? Let's hit it. And I should have transferred the pictures over towards the Samsung, so that way it'd be easy to do the podcast over here. I'm supposed to go into my iPhone and trying to get the stuff, but it is what it is. So we'll go to the Instagram account instead then. Alright, so for April 23rd, 2018, Blessed Mondays, I said some days you'll win and some days you lose. The days in which you lose are wins. The reason you learn more from a loss than a win, period. Matter of fact, you know what? This is what we're about to do right now. I know we got music playing in the background, but, and I just bounced the password. Oh, My bad, y'all. We're gonna kill the music off. We're gonna actually keep it real today. So let me go ahead and restate the whole passage. I said, for blessed Mondays, April 23rd, 2018, some days you win and some days you lose. The days in which you lose are wins. The reason, you learn more from a loss than a win, period. So, you know the saying, you hear it so many times, to which is around everywhere. Or if you know about the T-Pain song with DJ Khaled, whatever, and I forgot who was singing on it. All I gotta do is win, 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 no matter what. You guys know the rest of the lyrics if you ever heard that song up. You know, everybody hands go up, and it stays there. Because all I do is win, win, win. But let me tell you right now, even when you do win at times, don't be afraid to lose. And the reason why I said don't be afraid to lose when you do win is because when you lose, you're actually winning. Let me explain that to you. You see, when you lose from winning, and when you start losing, you start to understand why certain things happen. But the crazy thing is, we don't pay attention to it. This is a good one. We don't pay attention to it because we are too busy and too focused. Ouch, hit my kneecap on the seat and that hurt. All right, I need to be careful and slow down. Before I hit my kneecap on the seat, what I was trying to say, ladies and gents, is that when you lose and whatever it is that you're doing that you're trying to win at, you actually learn it from life's lessons. Life is trying to teach you something much more greater than what you could ever think of. The thing is, we have been indoctrinated into a society of we have to win, and those who lose are basically worthless. Of course, it's good to have the gold. It's good to have the platinum. Good to have the diamond. It's good to have all of these great things that our society teaches us to do. But I'm going to tell you right now, at the end of the day, when society is trying to teach you that all you have to do is win each and every time, they're actually setting you up to lose. But when you lose, you learn from the lessons. So when you learn from those lessons, then guess what? Everything comes together beautifully. Because when you continue to win as much as you want to win, here's the thing that comes along with it. The more that you keep on winning, the more you keep wanting more of something. And what I mean by wanting more of something, I mean for the fact that when you keep on winning, you're not satisfied. So when you do lose, it's good because you're learning the lessons that you need to learn. As opposed to just winning all the time and then you wanting more for what you want to win. See, you have to give a new perspective and a new mindset to actually understand what's being comprehended and what's being said. Because at the end of the day, most folks can't comprehend it because most folks, like I said before, is too indoctrinated into thinking that you have to win everything in life. You don't have to. You can lose in life and continue to learn. You just got to know what lesson it is that you need to learn. That's the thing. So let's continue with the next topic for this week. And everything will be said again on Tuesday as well too, so stay tuned for that. And like I said, I should have put the pictures on the phone and wasn't even thinking about that. Let's continue. So for On the Grind Tuesdays, April 24th, 2018, sometimes truly to be something great, it's fully worth it. I'm going to have to reword the whole sentence. So let me reword it like this. Sometimes to be something great really and truly is fully worth it. It's best to find peace and tranquility. The reason you become greater with peace as opposed to what the world says you need to do. Here's the thing. We all want to be successful. Most of us all want to be somebody. We see it on television. We see it with some of these fake facades that these bullshit ass people be putting. I told you guys earlier, forgive me if you hear some curse in my podcast, but you know how I get down. To be honest with y'all, don't give a flying fuck. I say what I want to say, my opinion, and I keep it real. If you ever heard of Gary Vee and the rest of them that actually go full-blown in with the cussing in a podcast, they do it for a reason, because we all passionate about what we love to do. I love doing this podcast and shit. It's very fun to do it. Whether it be at work or at home or wherever I'm at, I can use my cell phones to do the podcast. So, here's the thing I want to let you guys understand. It's good to be great at whatever it is you want to be great at, but at the end of the day, it's better to have peace and tranquility. J. Cole has said it best. J. Cole has said once he got inside the industry and things of that nature, that he saw the glitz and the glamour, because remember, the boy from North Carolina. So he came out to Cali. So once he came out to Cali, you know, he had like a little fun and stuff, but then he I'll be honest, you would hear any musician or artist say this. Once they get that rich and the glamour, it's not, I'll put it this way, once they get to that high status, it's not what they thought it was supposed to be. Because you look at music videos give you a fake ideology as to what's really going on behind the scenes. Straight up. Music videos will be like, oh, everybody got money, everybody's balling, everybody got the women, girls, everybody's happy, the women got all the dudes and stuff, like everybody's happy. But at the end of the day, there's an empty void that's there that's not completely, what's the word I want to say? It's an empty void that only one would have to understand. You get lonely because you're by yourself, that's one thing. But at the same time, I think I mentioned it before, Hollywood is nothing but an illusion. Hollywood is actually more dark than what most folks think. When you really look at the word Holly and you look at the word wood, it's actually something dark. It doesn't mean movies and shit like that. Nah, it's actually something that's a little bit more darker and sinister. And the reason why I said it's an illusion is because when you really look at those that break out from Hollywood, or I give you a good example. You look at Britney Spears when she had her breakdown, where she had cut her hair for whatever apparent reason. Mariah Carey took off her clothes on TRL way back in the day. You take a look at Dave Chappelle. We had the Chappelle show where he turned down a $50 million offer or $500 million. He turned down something high and went to Africa. Dave Chappelle, I forgot, on one of the interviews he did with somebody back in the day, he said it best. He's like Hollywood is nothing but the illusion. He said once the illusion wears off, you start to really see the craziness behind the things. That's the reason why, I'll be honest. I tell you guys, to be great at what it is you need to do. But I'll also tell you guys to always find peace and tranquility. Because like I said before, we'll piggyback on J. Cole. J. Cole said once he came back home, he found more greater peace. If I'm not mistaken, I think, what's the other rapper name? There's another rapper, I forgot what his name is. Waka Flocka, there we go. He did an interview with the Breakfast Club, I think about a couple years back, where he said when he went to Africa, he had a whole nother experience. He said he'd become materialistic like he did when he first came out. He said he got a Rolex that he bought a while ago, but missing diamonds or whatever. But he said the material things and stuff doesn't matter anymore. He said the illusion of it have faded away. Yet to find peace and tranquility. I'm gonna tell you right now, your favorite music artists, before they had blown up, they had went through some shit. They had went through the trials and tribulations that we all go through on a daily basis of life. But at the same time, once they got to the certain stardom that they got to, they want to bail out. The reason why they want to bail out is because they're not in control of their creativity. They're not in control of the things that actually made them who they were. So instead, you hear them. I'm gonna be real with you guys. When you really pay attention to, when you really pay attention to artists and how they find their peace and tranquility, when you listen to a musician or artist, always listen to the lyrics of the context of what they sing it very carefully. And the reason why I say listen to the context of what an artist is singing is because an artist is actually really asking for help. You have some artists that make love songs and things of that nature. But then you also have some artists that make certain songs to which is true to heart. But we don't pay attention to the lyrics because I'm about to break it down for you guys before we get on to the next topic. The reason why you guys don't pay attention to the lyrics of a song is for the fact that you guys are too incomposed with the beat. Now, I'm being a music producer. I'm going to let you guys know right now. Like I keep saying, music is very spiritual. Meaning, when you listen to the beat and the tempo of a melody, we got you hooked. There's a certain spirit that attaches itself to that type of genre of music. Whether it be hip-hop, rock and roll, jazz, R&B, whatever it is, you'll get attached to it. The crazy thing is, most of you guys don't pay attention because you're so encapsulated into the beat, into the bass that you just listen. You don't pay attention to the lyrics. There's been folks that drop hints on events that actually came to pass. But like I said before, you guys don't pay attention to the lyrics, though. You only pay attention to the beat. So when your favorite artist is crying for help in a song, and you guys are just cheering like the slaves that you are. And when I mean slaves, I mean of all colors and race, meaning that you slave to society. Not slave to a person, but you slave to society of what everybody else is doing. You basically a sheep just getting ready to be slaughtered. So with that, guess what? When that does happen, your favorite artist cries for help. Folks don't listen to them. Certain folks hear it. They try to reach out. The artist may, be like, hey man, I'm glad that you take a listen to my lyrics. And whoop. This is what's really happening. And most of you guys don't see what's happening till you're looking on bullshit ass magazines you see on the aircraft. That the little tabloids that talks bad about the superstars and their lifestyle. Because that's the price that comes from it when you are big like that. Oh, they love you, but they hate you at the same time. So, once again, you have to find your peace and tranquility. So how do you do that? You do that, one, by staying out the limelight. Two, you can still be great. But you can be great behind the scenes. Where folks don't know that you did A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. To which, when you are great behind the scenes, you have more peace and tranquility than you ever have in your life. Because now you're not bombarded by the fakeness of fake individuals. You're not bombarded by those that will literally try to take your life away from you because you don't want to follow the status quo. You're truly at peace because you can accomplish something and then don't need to be a show off for it. That's why I don't watch reality shows. So reality shows to me is truly bullshit because half of it is fabricated to keep people asleep and things of that nature and keep people talking about bullshit. That's drama. It's the truth. But I'm telling you right now, once you turn off the illusion and you really see the things behind the scenes, the true stuff, is a whole lot more scary than what it is. So that's what I want to tell you guys. You guys can be great, but at the same time, be great behind the scenes, but also have peace and tranquility. So that way, you'll be able to focus more better, and you'll be able to live life a little bit more happier than before. I hope I got my point across on the Grind Tuesdays, because, that was a long one. But at the end of the day, I just want to keep it real with you guys. So let me make sure that this is still recording because I'm going to be pissed off if it isn't. I was going to do this off the iPhone, but I didn't bring my plug with me right now. working on this. Okay, cool. We're still recording. So that's the best thing about having two phones. Let one rest and you use the other one. All right, let's continue. So, catch my breath real quick. On April 25th, 2018, Motivational Wednesdays, I said a warrior pushes on when the going gets tough. A jester, on the other hand, or a joker, is the ass of lost dreams and lost action. Most of you guys that is living in this world right now and listen to me talk on this podcast, y'all going through something. The crazy thing is the situation that you guys are going through, most of you guys can't fully push through it because you had to really experience that type of, can't really say pain, but you had to really experience that type of, you know what, we're going to use the word pain. You had to really experience pain from a whole nother level to which you try to push forward and try to make things happen. I'm going to tell you right now, what life keeps testing you is still to the fact that there's something else greater over the horizon. The thing is, we as being human beings, we don't fully pay attention to the lessons at hand. So what we tend to do, we tend to lose focus quickly. We get angry quickly. We get pissed off at loved ones and things because shit don't go as it's supposed to go, which happens. And at the same time, we at times feel like just, giving up. And I'll be real with y'all. I had some of those moments before too. I'm human, you're human, we're all human. Human nature. Like Michael Jackson say, why? And tell them that it's human nature. Why? That's they doing that way. And we say, but we might have to sing the song though. You guys get what I'm saying though. Even though with that song by Michael Jackson, it's kind of suspect a little bit. But other than that though, to keep it real with you guys, a warrior, regardless of the situation of the battle or the situation at hand, will always push on. Okay, that needs to be clean. I don't know what the heck is on that table. But yeah, a warrior will always push on, period. No matter the outcome of what is happening. I'll give you guys a good example. You guys hear me say on my podcast all the time, I work over at LAX and things of that nature, right? You guys hear me say all the time that for the little aircrafts we get on, for being cabin clearance, we have a certain time frame on which we get done with cleaning for our client, who we are contracted by. I'm not saying the airlines, because I ain't tried to endorse them on my podcasts, period. Not till they start paying it, brother. Pretty soon, later on in the future. But for the time being, what I want to say is this. I have a warrior mindset when it comes to certain time limit of a quick turn, where you have to get on and get off. And there be times where we have, some folks that we work with. Some folks know how to manage the time and know how to work on my speed, and others don't. Not bragging about it, just being humble about it. But at the end of the day, when I see most folks freak out as to like, oh my goodness, what's happening, or this and this, I don't freak out about it. Because I'm like, we've been through the situation before, or we've been through the situation the past couple of days before, and everything is the same. So why not just go in with a warrior mindset of, okay, this is how much time we have. Let's accomplish this. Let's knock it out. Bada bing, bada boom, bam. There we go. We're done. Go on to the next project. Let's take care of it. Let's take care of business. Straight up. A warrior will always push through something that will break them down, period. I'll give you guys another good example. Finances is the number one topic of folks really break it down and not accomplishing the things they need to accomplish. We keep talking about finances because this seems to be the topic of everyday life. And it's going to be the topic for Wednesday's topic as well, too. Because certain warriors, they push through where your bank account is on negative, or you are trying to make an investment with something and some shit don't go through. Or when you get your paycheck and you're looking like, dang, you try to budget and balance, but all of a sudden, your bank account gets sapped with some little charges or something from your bills come out, and now you're looking like, dang, I got to rework everything. It happens. The crazy thing is some of us fold and we break down. We break down, we cuss out life, and we say, why the fuck is this happening? Why can we not have a break? Woo. Here's the thing. We get those life lessons that hit you like that. What it actually is, once again, and to piggyback, is a lesson. It's something that we have to learn. We hear folks saying all the time, save money, put money to this, do. But most folks don't understand, depending on where you're working at, that could be a major factor. But don't let that be an excuse for not pushing forward what you need to push forward in. Because what you have to do is put your pants up. Put your fists up. If you're a woman, roll your hair up. Get down to business. Make something happen. That's legal. Not illegal, but that is legal. Let's get that clear right now. And then, make sure you make your money problems, disappear and not be all crazy and stuff. Straight up. But have a warrior mindset, have a warrior spirit, though, to which you can push on and push forward and just make things happen and not worry about anything that's going to tear you down or break you down, period. Straight up. You guys can make things happen that could change around the whole situation. The thing is, don't be like a jester, don't be like a joker. Why did I mention that? Reason why I mentioned a jester, because a jester, yes, he makes people laugh and it's cool and things. But when it comes to critical situations, you have jesters that will come and do some work and it will fuck up a whole project. Because they have not been mature enough to accomplish what it is that needs to be accomplished. So, what you guys want to do is become a warrior. Fight through the pain. Because through the pain, greatness will come. But from greatness, peace and tranquility. You guys get what I'm saying now? Now you guys see why everything connects with each other? Because I'm trying to tell you right now, in this life, you either be made or you be broken. Choose one. All right. Before we continue, there is a reason as to why I'm doing this podcast way early. That's supposed to do it. The reason why I'm doing this podcast early is because my great-grandfather, my granddaddy's birthday's today. So I'm not quite sure I'm able to do this podcast later on. So I'm doing the podcast right now early while I'm here at work. So that way you guys could get it ahead of time and enjoy it. Straight up. So that's why that is happening right now. And it's not the first time I've done a podcast at work. I was supposed to actually do this morning. But I was like, nah, I don't want to rush it with feeling it. So making it happen right now. Making it happen right now. Whew. Well, let me catch my breath. We talk about some deep behind topics right now, ladies and gents. I'm just letting you guys know right now. We talk about some deep topics in today's podcast. So, yeah. Let me catch my breath real quick, and then we're going on to Thursday's topic. All right, let's hit it. So, Daily Tips Thursdays, April 26, 2018. I said sometimes we get thrown through the fire of battle so that we can become the leader of topic once again, greatness. But here's the difference between the greatness I talk about and this greatness I'm talking about right now. And my phone just hit me with something. Oh, hit my target. Cool. I got my Apple Watch to my Apple Fitness on the iPhone. Then the Samsung has their own little fitness thing. Was kind of, it's alright. But you already know I'm Team Apple all day, every day. Anyways, there are times where we do get thrown through the fire, where something unexpected happens and our patience is tested and things. For those of us that run a business, or if you don't run a business but you run something that is part of you, part of your MO, part of your structure, you notice that when the going gets tough, you start to really get tests. And what I mean by getting tests, you start to truly feel the burn of what is happening. Or as they used to say back in WWF, feel the burn, brother. You know, you feel the burn of wherever it is that's testing your patience. That makes you want to go out and sock somebody. Turn around and make you slap somebody. You guys should know what song that came from. That's Papa Roach and whatchamacallit, Black Eyed Peas, Anxiety. It's actually a classic track too. I actually like it a lot once you really understand the lyrics. But there are times where you do, and I kid you not, you do feel as if you get thrown to the fire by something that's so simple and something that's so stupid and whatever. And you see it happen all the time. You see it happen with a general manager says you done something wrong, or a boss says you done something wrong, and you just, want to let that. For those of us, it doesn't matter what your race is. It makes the hood part of you want to come out, make you want to smack fire from your superior. But then you don't do it because you think to yourself, okay, other than family, I run a professional, whatever. So at the end of the day, I cannot act the fool if I let my character come out and I'm telling individuals, oh, we run a blah, 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 blah. There are some instances, though, where you do have to put your foot down. But you have to say it in the way to which folks it's like, dang, did I just, did he just insult me by words, or did I just get schooled, or, have them think? As opposed to what you see from other people, and then things just go, kind of crazy, whatever. So what you have to do, ladies and gents, is say you have to truly, when you go through the fire of life, or when you go through the fire of things, you really have to learn how to take the burn, but at the same time, it's going to build you up to be a better character, a better leader in a situation to which only you could comprehend, and only you can change within yourself and make something great happen. But not everybody is built that way. So I'm going to tell you right now, it does take practice to get a certain way to which you need to truly balance yourself, but at the same time to which you can understand how you get through the fire of life and things. So it's crazy though, ladies and gents, as to how things truly goes on behind the scenes. And that's part of the work I have to do right here. So we'll continue in a few minutes. I need to grab some stuff real quick, and then we'll continue. So bear with me, ladies and gents. I totally misspelled that completely. Bear with me. I will go ahead and get back in a few minutes. All right, ladies and gents, we are back. So, for the last post for today, I hope you guys understand Thursday's post where I say, you have to go through the fire and things in order to be the leader that you become. Some folks got it, some folks don't have it. But if you do have what it takes to be a leader and things of that nature, go for it. Especially if you run a business, you already know firsthand that you have to take care of things yourself, but also, do it with a team. So for the last posting for today, Boss Status Fridays, April 27th, 2018. There are times when you need to be alone just so you can work on yourself. It's good to have friends around, but sometimes it's better to have peace than chaos. There's a reason as to why I had created that post. And now I'm about to go into in-depth with it. It's the reason as to why I said that topic for today. It was going to be reworded a different way, but I forgot what it was, so just came to the conclusion that we'll just reword it in a unique way for it. What do I mean by it's better to be by yourself? What I mean by that, ladies and gents, is I put it this way. If you're married or engaged, things of that nature, it's cool to be with your spouse, but it's perfect time to have some you time to yourself. There's a reason behind it. Because when you have me time to yourself, what tends to happen is that you would truly need to have your own space. That'd rather be at home, somewhere in a business, or anywhere else in life. You want to make sure that you have space as to what it is you're doing. And the reason behind that, ladies and gents, is because there are times where you can be with your spouse, or where you can be, I'm gonna just keep it fucking around. There be times where you got somebody that's really too attachy. And what I mean by attachy, I mean you have folks that truly be wanting to be an attachment of just everything else in general. Cracking with it. Into everything else in general. So when you have those individuals that are just too attaching to you, or just needy and things, and you just feel like as if you're being suffocated because you're trying to breathe, that'd be the point where you need to have your own space and do your own thing. Straight up. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with having your own space and having peace and being able to make things happen. Being able to this way. Let me rephrase it, ladies and gents. This is how I want to rephrase it. I want to rephrase it like this. It's best to have peace by yourself than to be around a whole bunch of people that cause a whole bunch of fucking chaos and things. And the reason why I'm saying like that is because there will be folks in your life that will feel as if they need to have an attachment and things of that nature, and that's just not cool at all. It's not. What it really is just a whole bunch of Oh, we got everything on there. We don't need nothing else. But, what tends to happen, ladies and gents, is that we get caught up in a whole lot of nonsense and things, to which I'll put it this way, there are those of us that are people persons, and there are some of us that are not people persons per se. We like our own space. For those of you that believe in that zodiac sign bullshit, I don't. I will let you guys know right now. Sagittarius, we are well known to actually have our own space. And what I mean by having our own space, Leos do too. I think in Aries does. Scorpios, they kind of like whatever. But I think Leos and Sag, we are the ones that truly like to have our own space and do not feel as if we're being smothered or closed up by a whole lot of people. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that sometimes we just need to have our peace to ourselves. The reason why I said it's cool to be around a whole lot of folks, but sometimes better not to at times, because you want to be in chaos, you want to be at peace. It's because whoever you're around, certain individuals will, in all truth and reality, create more chaos than they would through peace. And it's sad when it does happen, but you have those that are not, that have the same mindset that you do of understanding peace and tranquility. So you have the type of individuals that would truly just be all over the place to where you like, yo, y'all doing a little bit too much for me right now. I only need to do my thing. Y'all can do y'all thing. Straight up. The reason why I say that, I'm going to say all this is because I see a lot of some folks where they don't get attachment from family members at their own home, which is very understandable because different folks at their families have different things that go on. But at the same time, too, at the end of the day, we also have to realize is that, in all truth and reality, it's good to not try to get attached to somebody that you're real cool with, especially if you're a guy and you're trying to get, acceptance from another man, things of that nature. Don't do that. Do not do that. I know you guys hear before the mantra of follow the person that you want to be like. And some of you guys take that shit a little bit too far. It's very weird we have other dudes that trying to get your approval. And I have some folks that I know that try to do that. And I have to remind some of those people, don't ever try to get approval from me because of whatever it may be. Don't. I said, if you're not my kids, or you're not my wife, that's a different type of approval, from the missus and things. From the kids, it's a different type of thing as well, too. From family, it's different from type of approval. But from friends and things of that nature, or associates, it's like, don't do it. That shit feels very weird and feels very off, and it lets me know, or it lets other folks know. But wait, it lets the egotistical motherfucker know that you're weak. And if you're a female, you really should not get approval from other females unless they way older than you. Like they are seasoned in their years and they've been through some shit that they can tell you what is good, what is not. I would say if you try to get approval from a man, get one from a cat that's older and more wiser. From a wiser person that truly will let you know what is good, what is not. But if you like close to the same age and things of that nature, don't do that. Don't do that unless you are in probably like the Army or the military or the Marines, something like that. But then again, those are different type of approvals. But when you are a man and you're acting like a little boy and you don't fully think for yourself or make certain decisions for yourself, and you're at a job to which you try to get the approval from the same cat, because the same cat is real cool, and you try to figure out why everybody, is cool with this person, but why folks ain't cool with me. The thing is, that person is just being themselves. Have natural energy that comes off, but at the same time, you have to work with certain people in order to supposedly be in that cool state of mind. But at the same time, you can't try to do some weird type of shit that make folks say, what the hell is wrong with this person? And then, you're just getting high, so you're not getting all the great conversation and things of that nature. And put this way, if you're the type of person that be doing that type of stuff, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Everybody's different. Not everybody belongs to different subclasses and subgroups. Straight up. Don't need to try to fit in. I see folks all the time try to fit in wherever they can fit in with. And there's folks that try to fit in with different crews. It's like, don't do that, because those separate individuals is not made for you for a reason. So don't do that. Don't get too attached to people. That's really not flesh and blood. And not flesh and blood, don't get attached to them. Just be like, hey, how you doing? But don't get too fucking attached. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it happens a lot. And most folks do not understand that when you try to get attached to people, that it's not flesh and blood or it's not your own. You become almost like an annoyance to the person you try to get attached to. Because now that person don't talk to you, you feel some type of way because you're like, damn, what have I done? Maybe if you wasn't getting too fucking attached to the point where it's like, damn, okay, here comes this person right here. We say good morning, but it's like, dang, can we get our own space? Can we breathe? Because if we can't breathe, then guess what? If we can't breathe, then we become more dangerous than what we are. And that's not cool. Never, and I mean never, get a wolf into a corner to the point where you get that wolf to a corner, that wolf will turn around and bite your ass or do more damage. So what you have to do is that you have to, and I mean you have to, you have to you will have to let that person get some space. Let them get some space from cool a couple days, and then they come back to you, chop it up and things of that nature. Because when you don't do that, then guess what? What tends to happen is that you get too close to that, you get too congested with that person to the point where shit ain't gonna seem right. And they are just going to just not pay attention to you. So you're that type of person that's real needy. I need for y'all to understand, don't be truly needy off of everything. Just learn to enjoy having peace within yourself for a little bit, and then get back into connecting with that person and things of that nature on whatever level it is. business-wise, relationship-wise, or whatever. All right? Hope you guys truly understand that. That's a very important one. Only time you get attachments is through family, kids, wife, or with a wife, husband. Anybody else should not get attached with. Straight up. So, with that, ladies and gents, I thank you guys for tuning into today's podcast. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your Friday. Infinity War for the Avengers is out today. I'm going to try to see if I can catch it on my off day. So that's going to be a blessing. So, yeah, if you guys seen it, cool. If you hadn't seen it, I'm going to highly suggest go ahead and see it, and just make it happen. And things. So, yeah. But then with that, though, ladies and gents, thank you guys for tuning into today's podcast and things of that nature. Catch you guys on Tuesday where we hit, I'm not quite sure, we might go to Malibu, we might go to Santa Monica, we might go to Long Beach, Redondo Beach, Manhattan, Hermosa, I think I said Redondo, wherever beach I'm going to do the video podcast at is where I'm going to do it at. So for the time being, enjoy you guys Friday today, and at the same time, just, if you have to replay this podcast to really understand what I'm saying. I know you guys missing the gems I gave you. But for the last one, when it comes to attachments, like I said before, attachments only happen if it's family, your kids, husbands, your wives, your husbands. Anybody else, do not get attached by. Straight up. If they're not blood related, don't. If they're real cool real cool friends, and they're part of the family, different story, because now they family. But they just associates, don't get attached. Come and say it again. You get a wolf in a corner, a wolf will fuck you up in a minute. But give a wolf his space, and the wolf will come back to being cool with you. Alright? So, it's your boy Q Moore, also known as Chinchilla Q of HipRockerProductionsCM.com, aka the Wilson, business-minded leaders, Black Roses Wool, Black Lotus Rabbits, and all the other good stuff. Saying peace, sayonara, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Like I said, once again, if you hadn't seen the Avengers Infinity War, go ahead and see it. I hadn't seen it yet, so for those of you guys that know me on my social media sites, don't post spoilers on my shit, because you will get deleted if you do that about the movie. And to those of you that don't like the cussing, my apologies once again. You're never going to hear entrepreneurs say their apologies for saying cussing on their own podcast. But like I said before, I could give a flying fuck. It's my podcast. I can say where I want to say, but it depends on how you guys get the message, though. Because certain people can't really hear a message unless they hear some cussing along with it, and then they get the message. Don't know why that is, but it's the truth. It happens. So with that, though, ladies and gents, catch you guys on the flip side. Enjoy your weekend. Your boy Chinchilla Q is up. Oh, also, an update. You guys already know that I put out the other instrumental album, Beyond Black and White Part 2, Lost Souls, came out on Spotify and Apple Music, Right Side Clear. It came out, I think, not too long ago. Earlier this month. Oh, that's right. Friday the 13th of this month. So, that's been out. The little mixtape that I was going to be doing, I was not planning on doing one, but I said the heck with my little brother doing his thing, and I know some folks that's doing anything too, so, I'm going to just go ahead and do mine from an intellectual point of view that you guys can understand. Topics that most folks are still facing. That's coming out next month, later on next month. I'm not pushing out in June, only because I think I was working on something else in July, but the mixtape was gonna be out in July, but I'm pushing out in June. I'm pushing out next month. But the next instrumental album, I got a final date for it. The main one for the main series is coming out on the 21st of September. That is Death of a Latino, I think, chapter 11 and 12. I believe, 11 and 12. You guys already know the title, Death Roses or whatever. That's coming out. That next instrumental album is coming out on the 21st. Oh, that's right. In July, I will have Mono Fat Latino, the reversion of some of my instrumentals play in a different way. Chapter 6 of that album is coming out actually in July. I think July 21st or July 13th, one of those 2 days. So stay tuned. So yes, and also the radio show. Yes, ladies and gents, the radio show will be coming back. I'm trying to push it for later on next month, if I can do it. And I ain't gonna use the word if. Have to make some things happen to bring back the radio show. I miss being on air, and I know you guys miss hearing me back on air and things of that nature. And there's some music that I've been wanting to play. I have the show set up. We'll go still at the same format. The Underground Raw Christian Hip Hop, followed by the Instrumentation Sensation, where I play different folks' instrumentals and beats and stuff like that. Folks that's underground. And then play the Midnight's Classic Soul. Fall in that category, the Sexlicious Sessions. You guys tend to love that a lot. So yes, I will be bringing back my smooth voice with that, ladies and gents. So stay tuned for that. We'll be bringing back for the West Coast hip hop. I'm gonna call it the Ratchet Hour. We're gonna play some ratchet type of music. Yeah, I'll be real. You gotta have a balance in life sometimes. So we're gonna play. I'm not gonna play the mumble mouth stupid stuff that's out today. I'm gonna play the stuff that we thought was tight back in the 90s that was kind of stupid, but it made more sense once you understand once you got older. So, yeah. And there's another format I'm gonna bring up too. So we're gonna play some more jazz music and bossa nova music as well too. So yes, we gotta have the Brazilian jazz with us too, ladies and gents. I can't leave you guys hanging on that. But the radio show will be coming back, and when it does come back, trust me, you guys will know. Now, why it's taking so long is one, told you guys earlier beginning of the podcast, you guys know I'm still working over at LEX, so try to balance that out with the things I'm doing right now. That, and for some odd reason, the MacBook is starting to go slow, but it's a 2010 model, so it's time for me to, kind of upgrade. Right side clear, but I gotta find the right processor so I can actually make the thing speed up. But lately, with the new update for my Mac OS, it hasn't really been downloaded on there, so I'm trying to figure out what the hell is up with that. Might have to restart the whole laptop again and rewrite it or whatever. I don't feel like doing that, but to build up back the performance, I'm gonna have to. Then again, I ain't trying to, because trying to download all the music stuff for Logic was a pain in the ass doing that for almost damn near 24 hours. But other than that, though, thank you guys once again for tuning into today's podcast. Week 94. We're getting close to week 100. We're going to get there. It's going to be a special episode when it does happen. And also another update, if it's not going to be this year, it's sure as hell going to be next year. But we will be doing, I forgot what you call it. Where you, dang, I can't think right now. It just lost my mind. But you guys know with Speakers to the Grand Speaking and things of that nature, we will be having one of those events sometime next year. So stay tuned for that. A whole lot of big things happening this year, a whole lot of major things happening next year too. So trying to make everything happen. I hate to use the phrase one step at a time. We're just going to make shit happen, period. We only got one life to live, so I can't waste it. So, I'm out of here. You guys head to the website hiprockerproductionscm.com. That's hiprockerproductionscm.com. All of the social links is there. This podcast will be up on YouTube after I'm done talking about it. Actually, I knew I messed up with something. If it is going to be on YouTube, let me go ahead and put on my personal hotspot so that it can go on there. Because if not, then what's going to happen is that it's going to stop the podcast, but it's not going to be on YouTube. So it should be on YouTube tonight, but the main update for the website is going to be on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. And I think all of the episodes for the podcasts and other radio shows I have on here, well, the other little radio shows, not the main one where I did all the mixing and things, but the ones that plays with the tracks, they should all be downloadable off of the Spreaker platform. That is Spreaker.com. It's speaker, but it has an R in the beginning of the first two letters. Spreaker. Spreaker.com / the lounge, or the little semicolon / thingy. So yeah, you guys should be able to download every episode. I'll check again and see. But with that, share with others. And yeah. So with that, I gotta get back to business, as you guys already know. And y'all should be grateful that your boy is doing this for y'all. Because I really could be doing something else. But like I said before, I have fun doing this podcast and shit though. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur and making things happen. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to announce. So with that, ladies and gents, catch you guys on the flip side. Your boy Chinchilla Q. One love. I'm out. Deuces. Oh, the reason why I played the music earlier was because somebody's truck is smoking under the tires, and I don't think that they see it. Then again, they do, because one of the tires is flat. So, burnt rubber. Smell nasty. Ugh. Smell like toe jams. That's all bad. That's all bad. But yeah, ladies and gents, well, this burnt rubber smell trying to go past by and everything. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your weekdays, and catch you guys back on Tuesday. We'll do the video podcast. And with the music, we'll play the music in the regular podcast next week. I got distracted, so that's just why I turned the music off and everything. Want to keep everything today authentic and real so you guys can understand it. It's your boy Chinchilla Q saying one love, peace out. Catch you guys on the flip side. Deuces.